So today, I really want to talk about a couple of things that really resonated with me after watching Gary Vee's clip titled Advice to a Young Man That Many of Us Need. And I'll go ahead and be sure to link that in the description below so that y'all can check that out later. So he really hits on a really major point that I think that many of us fail to really stand back, step away, and really think about this question in depth. Gary says, many of us struggle with being very real with ourselves. The difference between understanding who we are versus who we wish we were. And that's really true. I can relate to that. I'm proud of a lot of my accomplishments and achievements in life. 12 years in the commercial bank space, working with very successful companies, and I pride myself on my career and my legacy thus far. But I've been trying to really step back from the corporate America space and really lead the bull by the horn and get my own company really where I want it to be. I've been doing this over the last couple of years, but I've still been afraid to really let go of that security, that job, the income, the benefits, the flexibility that it gives me. And so I know that has to be the factor that's really creating resistance inside of me. And until I'm really able to face that resistance and accept that in order to have your own company, a successful company, not a company that you're trying to do simultaneously, but when you're really able to fully let go and put your efforts, as Gary says, when you're really able to let go of comfort and security, you're then able to really hone in on doubling down, tripling down on your strengths, betting on yourselves. How many times, in my life, in my career, have I not only sold, my jobs, who I am, for them to take the bet on me and double down on me, triple down on me, and they have, and I've delivered. I also ask companies every day in the same field I work in to, trust me as their trusted advisor. I work with them, very closely with decision makers and owners, presidents, CEOs, CFOs. And I noticed that they also move forward with me. And so the resistance is, why am I not willing to double down on myself? Why am I not willing to make that leap? What is it that's scaring me? What is it that I'm afraid of? I guess I'm afraid of failing. Gary says, well, who are you afraid of failing in front of? I don't know, maybe the whole world, maybe the legacy, maybe all the companies I've worked very closely with, who've trusted me, who have taken advice from me as counsel, and who I've been directing and guiding. That can only be it. So his message really did resonate with me. I'm really grateful that he put that up on his clip. Since that day, I've been really thinking about this, and I know that while it might be scary, I really feel it's my turn to double down on myself. I've allowed all these companies to leverage me, rightfully so, along with my company, who is paying me a salary. But I really believe that this is the time to make that transition. So his next main talking point that I really want to share with everybody is self-awareness. He talks about how really self-aware, do we think we are? And so, of course, I ask myself, well, I'd like to imagine I'm pretty self-aware, although I'm still always a student learning and growing. But I definitely can realize at this point I definitely realize at this point, at this stage, I am in a transition period, rightfully so. You know, when you hit 12 years in this industry, in the same field, and you see all these successful entrepreneurs who are really making things happen, who are really, you know, adding back to the economy in a different way, who are really living their dreams, it really makes me want to make that full transgression. It's a full transition. I can't have, you know, 1 foot here and 1 foot there. I've really got to go all the way, trust in my strengths, trust in my abilities, just as Gary says. You know, he asks an individual in this particular show, you know, what does that person want? You know, I've asked myself the same question hundreds of times. Sometimes I struggle to clearly define to the level of detail, but I certainly know I want to be a voice. I want to be a catalyst. I want to be, you know, a voice. I want to run and lead my own company. I want to run and lead my own company. Still working with my manufacturers and my wholesale distribution companies, still in the same segment of, you know, the commercial industrial space. That is the segment that I feel I have the most experience in. I consider myself an industry expert with this field. It's extremely underserved. A lot of people, they dismiss manufacturing. They have the wrong stereotype, and it's just, all my clients, they feel very refreshed when they speak with me. Truly, I understand them. I've taken the time to understand it. I'm passionate about this sector of the industries, and they need the most help anyways. They are the backbone to our economy. They are what, you know, is creating jobs, that's giving back, and that's really being part of the, you know, prosperity for our nation. And so, you know, obviously I work with the local market here in Houston, and I really love it. I want to be part of changing the stereotype of this industry, really help set a new tone, and really help address the issues they have. But more importantly, I want to strengthen the image of memanufacturing and wholesale distribution. The way we go about doing this is going to be by presenting media content to the world with my help, my media company, of course, and showing the world, you know, the plant floors, the warehouses, the ins and outs to the processes of operations, the supply chain, the entire process needs to be shown to the world holistically. And that is what's going to help the companies attract and attain, you know, qualified, skilled labor. It's going to help put the message in the marketplace that manufacturing has a new stereotype, paint the new picture, and really it's going to help revive our country. It's going to just triple fold or triply unfold and help in so many different ways. It's going to knock out like 5 birds with 1 stone, and it's a value add for the industry. It's a value add for our economy. It's a value add for the company who, you know, I would be customizing and presenting media, who I would be customizing and creating the media content for them. And they would use that both as a form of advertisement, or they can use that also as a form of a tool that when they have their sales reps go out in the marketplace and acquire new clients, they can also show those clips to them as well. So I've got so many ideas in store. I'm extremely passionate about this industry. I love working with companies. I just resonate so well with the blue collar entrepreneurial spirit, and I want to leave a legacy adding back to that community and helping them help others which helps our economy and helps the world and shapes us for the next generation, and for a shift in how we do business. Things are changing. These companies, more importantly than ever before, need to make the shift. It's difficult. They need it, and they need the guidance. And my company is going to help them make that shift. Thank you.